So any comfortable seat, cross-legged, kneeling, whatever you need. And then just bring one hand to your lower belly and one hand to your heart center. And then just find that rhythm. So the belly rises, the heart follows on the inhale. And then the heart falls and the belly follows on the exhale. Good morning, Dylan. He's joined. All right. And close down the eyes and just check into how the breath is flowing this morning. The inhale and the exhale can both be through the nose. Maybe you're going in through the nose, out through the mouth. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Just starting your day connecting to yourself instead of getting on your phone and connecting to other people or other things. Just taking this time, this precious practice, as a time to see what's up. How are you feeling? Where are you at? Without any judgment, any over-analyzing, any need to change anything, just to be. Being yourself in your truest, most beautiful form. So one more round like that. Belly rises, heart rises. Heart falls, belly falls. And then just let one hand melt down. Most dominant hand is going to be the one we're going to use to switch nostrils. We're going to just go index and thumb. If you want to get real fancy, you can take the peace fingers and go to your third eye and use your ring finger and your thumb back and forth, but I find that a little bit uncomfortable, so I just do this. We're going to start by blocking off the left, inhaling through the right, and if you have a little bit of a snuffle, a little bit of a blockage, just work through it. And then block the right. And exhale out of the left, making sure the shoulders relax and melt away from the ears, keeping the mouth closed the entire time. And then inhale through the left, so we're just balancing out. Hold left, exhale right. And as you do this, notice which side is a little bit stuffed up versus the other. Inhale through right. Hold right, exhale left. Inhale left. Hold left. Exhale right. Inhale right. This is our sun energy, our yang, our masculine strength and energy. Holding right, exhaling left. And then inhale left, our moon, feminine, cooling, yin energy. So we're just super balanced for the day and the weekend. Okay, one more time. Letting all the right nostril air out. So all of that sun energy out. And then just take the hands to the knees and take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Beautiful. Meet me in a child's pose. So work your way there. Take your time. And just let your third eye ground down. In any natural movement that wants to show up from this pose, let it, right? You don't have to be stuck in your child's pose. You can wiggle around the shoulders. You can stretch the fingers out. You can come onto like tented hands. You can wiggle the hips, kind of tuck and lift the tail. And just start to breathe a little deeper into the back of the body, the sides of the body. Just filling your entire casing up with each breath. And then like deflating and softening and letting any sticky, stale energy go with each exhale out. Beautiful. And then walk both hands over to the left side of the mat. Let the right arm win the race. Get a nice juicy stretch through that right side body. So dropping the right hip down, reaching through the right fingertips, forehead stays connected to the earth. Fill the belly up on the inhale. Let it deflate on the exhale. And then over to the other side. Left arm wins the race. Left hip drops towards left heel. Forehead melts. Belly softens with the breath. And then back into a nice neutral child's pose. And let's swoop all the way into our tabletop and go for a few cat-cows, just to wake the spine up. So right off, right away, just feel that connection with the earth. So fingertips, the knuckles, the palms, the knees, the tops of the feet, and then just work through cat-cows at your own pace, really lifting and opening up the heart, the shoulders draw back. Tuck and dome. Notice how the lower back feels this morning. And then inhale, open up, expand, big breath in. Exhale, tuck and dome. A few more. Taking your time, don't rush it, feel it out. Nice, smooth, gentle movements. Moving with the breath. So let each movement connect to the whole length of the breath, in and out. Good. One more nice juicy cow pose. Sitting bones lift up, belly drops, heart opens. And then back to a nice neutral spine. Good. Okay, from here, right arm reaches to the sky, open through the right shoulder, waking the joints up. Hello, right arm and right fingertips. You can draw some circles in space with the right arm. Waking up that shoulder joint, just noticing how it feels. Maybe a bit sticky. Beautiful. And then just bring that right hand and just go to the other side. So left arm reaches up, open through the left shoulder. Expand, palm faces out, wiggle into the fingers and the wrist. Draw nice big juicy circles in space with this left arm. Beautiful. And then left hand comes down, right knee lifts. You know the deal, just kind of waking all those joints up. The four major ones, right? Shoulders and hips. So that right knee's moving around, circular motions. You can go both directions. Doesn't even have to stay in just a circle. You can extend the leg out, wiggle it around, like a little tail blowing in the wind. And then right knee drops, left knee lifts, big juicy circles on the left side. Again, it can straighten out, it can swoop over to one side, lift up over to the other. Beautiful. Bring that left knee down. Right leg extends all the way over to the right side of the mat. Heel drops, toes forward, tuck the left toes under and just draw the hips back and forth. Checking into how the groin and the inner thigh is feeling. Even the wrists, you can kind of feel out how the wrists are today. And then bring that right knee back, left leg extends. Same thing, just on this side. Toes forward, heel down, tuck the right toes under. Little rock back and forth with the hips. That's it, feel it out. Amazing. And then just bring that left knee all the way back down and find your down dog. So hands to the top of the mat. First down dog of the day maybe, so take your time. Take a few nice, juicy, cleansing breaths. Ground down through the palms, through the fingertips, through the knuckles, through the feet. And just visualize energy flowing up from the earth through, your hands and feet all the way through the body. So there's a continuous exchange of energy throughout the whole practice. Beautiful. Inhale to your plank. Take a moment just to feel it out. Nice and strong. Making sure those shoulders and the elbows and the wrists are all in line. And then just Lift the bum and come back into your down dog. And then inhale to plank. And exhale back to down dog. And inhale to plank. Go through your first vinyasa. I'm going to modify my first one, so I'm going to take my knees down, but you do you. Elbows nice and close to the ribs. Okay, very gentle baby cobra. If you're going into your up dog, don't overdo it. Squeeze the glutes. Elbows nice and close to the ribs. We're not crunching into those shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Hands outside of the mat, fingertips down, elbows up. Squeeze those glutes, press into the tops of the feet, take it a little bit deeper. See where your body wants to go today. Opening up that heart, maybe you start to look up. Jaw can soften. Exhale, melt. Give yourself a few little swoops and sways to the left, to the right. Get into those shoulders a little bit. I find when I do this and I really like swoop over to one side and the other, it's really nice and like it creates space in my lower back, I feel. Beautiful. And then work your way all the way back into your downward dog. So hands down next to the ribs, tuck the toes, come through the knees if you need to. Let that head melt. Walk it out, lifting one heel, lifting the other. And then look forward, step to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need to get there. Fold over the legs. Let it be really passive to start. So bend those knees. Let your thighs be a little shelf for your upper body. Let the head melt. Let any tension, anything, any heaviness, any stickiness hanging around the shoulders or the neck, even like any doubts or anything in the mind that you're like, you know what, this doesn't need to hang around anymore. It's not doing me any good. Just imagine it like melting off of you into the earth. The earth can handle it, it's strong. Visualize that shit going right into the center of the earth, into a big fireball. Just away from the body, let it go. Beautiful, come all the way up to standing nice and gently. Take your time, keep the knees bent, ripple up. Then just stand. Grip down through the toes. Big breath in through the nose, big breath out of the mouth. All right, take a big breath in, swoop the arms up overhead. Keep grounding down through the feet, but look towards the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Push the bum back. Swoop all the way forward. Grab hold of the back of your ankles. Let the head melt. And then on your halfway lift, keep your hands on your ankles, but straighten the arms and lift up that heart. Big inhale, lifting the sitting bones, feeling that stretch into the hamstrings. And then keep hold of those ankles. Melt the head back down. Okay, one more time. Lift the heart, root down through the toes. Keep the hands where they are. Feel the stretch into those hamstrings. And then melt and fold. Take the hands down in front of the toes, step it back, find your plank. Your vinyasa, if you want to take it into chaturanga now, if you want to keep modifying, go for it. Enjoy your up dog or your cobra. And then meet me in a down dog. Beautiful. All right, right leg lifts. Step the right foot in between the hands. Come into a crescent lunge, so the arms are going to reach up towards the sky. Take a big breath in. You just hold it here, grounding down through that right foot, lengthening through the back leg. Check into where the pelvis is at. Now let the left knee bend all the way down towards the earth and twist so that the right arm reaches back and the left arm reaches forward. Don't overdo the twist. Okay, now keep the inner thighs squeezing together. Right hand's gonna fall towards the left thigh and the left arm is gonna reach all the way towards the sky. And then maybe you're looking past your right shoulder. You start to drop the hips forward a little bit and reach that left arm towards the right. So you get a juicy stretch into that left side body. Hold it here, maybe opening up the heart a little bit. And then left hand goes into the inside of this right foot. Right arm reaches to the sky and the left knee lifts off the mat. So we're in a nice juicy twist. Squeeze the inner thighs together, lift the hips higher, open up through that shoulder.
Beautiful. Now, outer edge of that left foot, so the left heel turns in. You can wiggle this right foot forward, coming into just a modified side plank to start. Lift the hips nice and high. Reach the right arm to the top of the mat. Just get a nice stretch through those hips. Ugh. Good. And then a slight bend of this right elbow. The hips are going to drop just slightly. And then bring everything back into that side plank. Hips lift, right arm reaches. Ugh. One more. Slight bend, hips drop, just don't crush into the left shoulder, so maybe even bending the left elbow a little bit. Bring it all the way back, find a plank. Right hand down, right foot back. And then downward dog. Wiggle it out. Give yourself a nice little flow. So inhale to plank, maybe chaturanga, maybe you go right into your up dog. And we'll meet back in our downward dog. Beautiful. Okay, once you're in your down dog, take a big inhale, big exhale. Left leg's gonna lift, step it to the top of the mat. Nice crescent lunge. So same thing, taking your time. Every time we're coming into a standing posture, we wanna let it evolve from the earth up, right? So think about the energy flowing through the feet. That left knee is on top of that left ankle. The knee's in line with the hip. Hips are square. Back leg is strong. Arms reach to the sky last, right? Let that be the last little bit. Feel it out. And then right knee drops towards the earth. Left arm reaches back. Right arm reaches forward. Keep the crown of the head working towards the sky. And then left hand melts to the right thigh, right arm reaches to the sky. Start to drop the hips forward and reach this right arm all the way over to the left. So you're getting a juicy stretch all right through that right side. Keep opening up the heart, maybe reaching through the fingertips. Right hand comes to the inside of that left foot. Right knee lifts off of the mat. Left arm reaches to the sky, palm faces out. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Okay, blade edge of the right foot, wiggle that left foot over so you're in a modified side plank, hips high, left arm to the sky. You can totally stay here if it doesn't feel good to dip down, but think about dropping the hips, but a slight bend in this right elbow, slight bend in the left, just so you don't crush into the shoulders. You should feel a juicy stretch into the outer hip here, and then bring it up and back. So you're back in that side plank. Ooh, like a rainbow shape, and then drop it down. And bring it up. And then just take your left hand down, swivel the right toes forward, step it back, downward dog, walk it out. Amazing. Okay, look forward, step to the top of the mat, fold over those legs. This time grab your peace fingers and grab hold of your big toes. Elbows go east to west. You can keep those knees slightly bent, just melt over those legs, let the head drop. Let your jaw be really soft. Big sigh here can feel really good. Don't force those legs to straighten out if the hamstrings aren't ready for it. Good, lift the chest, keep the hands on the toes, halfway lift. Lifting those sitting bones. Exhale, melt and fold again. Beautiful, take the hands down in front of the feet, step the right foot back, drop the right knee down and just come into a nice low lunge. Heart open, shoulders draw back. And then we're just gonna pull the hips back and forth a few times. So hips draw back, left toes lift. And just go at your own pace, just kind of warming things up, hip flexor, hamstrings. Okay, the next time the hips are back, think cat-cow movements with the spine. So we lift the heart right onto those fingertips, so nice and high up. You're kind of digging your heel into the earth and lifting the sitting bones up. So the hips are going like swoop, and then tuck and curl into like a cat spine. So curl everything in. And then lift, open up. So sitting bones lift, dig that left heel in. It'll be nice and juicy into the back of that leg. Ooh, and then curl everything in. And then bend into this left knee, plant the hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off of the mat, pyramid pose. So you're gonna step your right foot in, probably about halfway up the mat. You can have both feet on the earth, maybe you need blocks, or you can lift the right heel, bend the right knee, and lift the left toes. So you're just getting deeper into the hamstrings. We're just warming those bad boys up. Again, you can be real classic. Take your variation. You guys know now where you can go with this, right? Again, if you're in this pose, to take it deeper, sitting bones lift, heart opens like a cow pose. Juicy. Good. Left foot roots down, right hand walks forward, left hand walks forward, right leg lifts off the mat, standing split. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Maybe you start to fold over the leg. Just push out through that right heel. Lots of energy through each leg. Good. Step the right foot down next to the left, fold over the legs, let it go. We're gonna go for a nice cheeky malasana in between. So turn the heels out, turn the toes out, drop the hips down. You can keep the hands on the earth and then just kind of wiggle side to side. So super like passive malasana. Beautiful. Maybe one arm wants to reach towards the sky, opening up. And then switch sides. Beautiful. Left hand comes down. Then you're just gonna slowly lift the heels nice and high off the mat. Lift the bum, drop the heels, turn the toes forward, fold over those legs. So just a healthier way to come out of it. Okay, lift the chest, step the left foot back, low lunge on this side. So right knee bends, left knee drops to the earth, heart stays open, shoulders drop back, back and forth. Keep the heart open, shoulders drawing back. Stretch your face. Like sometimes we get so stuck in thinking about the actual muscles that we're stretching, but we forget that everything is so interconnected. So even like when I take it into like a deep, lunge, I lift my heart and I like stretch my face because I'm like, that's like the last little bit. It's the last part of the puzzle. Like let everything work together and open up together. Okay, next time those hips are back, right toes are lifting. Same thing, kind of like digging the heel into the earth, lifting the sitting bones, opening the heart, and then curling into a little bit of a cat spine. And just do that a few times. Might feel when you come into like the cat spine, you might feel a nice juicy stretch like all the way here into the back right side of the body. Good. Bend into that right knee, plant the hands, tuck the left toes, lift the back knee, step that left foot in so we're in that pyramid. Your variation, you can take blocks, right? You can lift the back heel, lift the right toes, think cow spine again. Whew. Feel it out. You can even go back and forth between the two. All right, let's work towards that standing split. So the right knee bends, right foot glues to the earth, hands walk forward in front of the toes, lift that back leg. Keep the inner thighs squeezing together. Activate that back leg. Make sure it's on and it's working for you. Use your glutes. Maybe you're folding over that right leg a little bit. Beautiful. Left foot steps next to the right. Fold over those legs. Amazing. Come all the way up to standing. Take your time to get there. Ripple up. Okay, take a big inhale. Reach the arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, leave a peaceful gun. So index and thumb is out, bend into the knees, lift up and over to the left. Rooting down through that right foot. Looking past the right arm maybe. And then up and over to the right, rooting down through the left foot. And then back through center, bend the elbows, push your bum back. So you're coming into like a cactus shape, but the heart is pushing forward and the bum is pushing back. And melt all the way down, fold over the legs, and then ripple back up. All the way back up to standing. Arms to the sky, inhale. Let's do that one more time. So just pushing that heart open, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pushing the bum back, bending into those knees. It looks weird, but it feels good. And then melt and fold. Come all the way back up. Beautiful. Take a nice big breath in. Just let everything simmer. Really ground out. Every time you come to mountain pose, use it as an opportunity to ground into the earth. And come back to your breath. Beautiful. Okay, let's go chair pose. Feet can be hip distance or they can be together. Bum drops back, heart opens, arms reach forward. Exhale, fold over those legs, let it go.
Halfway lift on your inhale. Plant the hands, step it back, find your plank, go through a vinyasa. Take your time, nice and strong through your plank. Downward dog. All right, left leg's gonna lift here. Bend the left knee, open up the left hip, and then step the left foot in between the hands, come into a crescent lunge. Arms to the sky. We're gonna open up into a warrior two. We're gonna start to work around our mat here, okay? So we're in a warrior two, and we're gonna go through it once just to get to know it, excuse me, and then we're gonna move around a little quicker. So from warrior two, you're gonna straighten your left leg and turn your left toes in. And then you're gonna bend into your right knee and push your bum back, coming into like, almost like a one-legged lunge thing, but the arms are out wide, fingers are strong, energy shooting out of those arms, through those fingers. Bum is like in line with the knee, no further. Then you're gonna swivel to the back of the mat and come into a crescent lunge. So everything swivels, the toes turn to the back of the mat, the arms reach to the sky, big inhale. Okay, you're facing the back of the mat. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. So left elbow outside of that right thigh, lengthen through the spine, push out through that back heel and twist. Nice big inhale here. Good, back to crescent lunge, arms to the sky, inhale. Beautiful, plant the hands, step it back, vinyasa. Okay, so you're vinyasing to the back of the mat, that's okay. We're moving around today. Beautiful, right leg lifts, right knee bends, open up the right hip. We're gonna go back to where we started. Right foot steps to the top of the mat, crescent lunge, arms up. Open up warrior two. Beautiful, straighten the right leg, turn the right toes in. Bum pushes back, left knee bends, arms wide. Okay, so just to where you were, right? We're just going back. And then swivel to the top of the mat, we're in a crescent lunge. So everything just kind of has to lift and turn, toes facing forward, hips facing forward, arms up. We twist to the left here, hands to heart, right elbow outside of the left thigh, lengthen through the spine, push out through that right heel. Back into that crescent lunge, arms to the sky, big inhale. Plant the hands, vinyasa, okay? So we're gonna keep doing that. We're just gonna add some spice where we can. Downward facing dog. Okay, so we're gonna go on the other leg. So this time right leg lifts, right knee bends, open up the right hip. Step the right foot to the top of the mat, crescent lunge. Open up warrior two, left heel turns in, right knee is bent, arms are wide. Straighten the right leg, turn the right toes in, bum back, left knee bends, arms out nice and wide. So the crown of the head and the sitting bones are in line. Swivel to the back of the mat. Right, so toes all turn to the back of the mat. You're in a crescent lunge, left knee is bent, arms are to the sky. We're gonna add a little warrior three. So hands to heart center or to the hips, or they can float behind the back. Hop off of that right leg, float it up, glutes active. Lengthen through the spine, maybe the arms reach back and you fly. Hold it for three. Core strong, two. Bend into that left knee, step the right foot back. We're back in our crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Plant the hands, vinyasa. Up dog on the inhale. Down dog on the exhale. You can always modify. All right, left leg lifts. You can bend the left knee or it can just extend out behind you, whatever works for you. Step the left foot to the top of the mat, crescent lunge. Open up warrior two. Straighten the left leg, turn the left toes in, bum back, right knee bends. Swivel to the top of the mat. Now we're facing the front, right? We're back where we started. We're moving around. Warrior three, your variation. Make sure those legs are long and active. Use the glutes that we work on in bums and tums to support you here. Bend into the right knee, step the left foot back, reach the arms to the sky. Big inhale. Vinyasa. Frame the foot, step it back. Again, you can always modify, you can skip it. Downward dog. Good, take a breath here.
All right, let's keep it going. Left leg lifts, knee to nose. Drop it down towards the earth. Pull it back up. Drop it down, use that core. Pull it back up. Drop it down, pull it back up. Kick the leg up and back behind you. Step the left foot in between the hands. Crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Moving quicker, open up warrior two. You know it now. Little lunge, left foot turns in, right knee bends, bum pushes back. Now from here, we're gonna go Skandasana on the left side. So work over towards the left leg, turn the left heel in. Maybe hands come to heart and you don't even bring your hands to the earth and the right toes lift. Maybe they come to the earth, whatever works. Okay, breathe. Now work your way back into that one-legged lunge. So you're gonna lift up, use your glutes, squeeze the inner thighs together, toes all turn forward, right knee is bent, bum is back, arms long. Yes. Swivel to the back of the mat, crescent lunge. From here, root down through the right foot, pop, lift that left knee up. So pop off of the back foot, lift the left knee all the way up, arms reach to the sky. Twist, right hand to left knee, left arm reaches to the back of the mat. Stay nice and long through the spine. All things that you've done before, we're just mixing them in to this funky little flow. Good. Beautiful, left hand comes back. Tree pose, right hand to right hip, left hand grabs hold of that left foot, place it to the inside of the thigh, hands to heart. Big breath in, big breath out. Amazing, left knee swivels back in through center, step it back, crescent lunge. Right knee is bent, arms up, plant the hands, Vinyasa. Up dog on the inhale, down dog on the exhale. Root down through the left foot, right leg lifts, knee to nose. Drop it down to the earth, pull it back up. Drop it down, pull it back up, use that core. One more, drop it down, pull it back up, kick it up and back. Step it through, find your lunge. Arms to the sky. Open up warrior two. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Take your time. You got it. Straighten the right leg, turn the right toes in. Left knee bends, bum pushes back. So same kind of map, we're just adding some things. Skandasana right side. So see if you can do this with your hands to your heart. So straighten the left leg, turn the right heel in, lift the left toes, slowly work down. You can always take your hands down if you need to. Back into that lunge. Arms wide, bum back. Yeah, swivel to the top of the mat. Woo, arms to the sky. We're gonna root down through that left foot. Use your left glute to pull this right leg all the way up. Left hand to right knee, right arm reaches back, we twist. So same thing we did on the other side. You got it. Breathe and twist and lengthen. Yes, back through center, right hand to right ankle, tree pose. Breathe. It's quite a vigorous flow when you're doing this, but it's nice. It kind of just like gets the mind working and you're moving around the mat a little differently, which is refreshing, I think. We get very stuck going back and forth and back and forth. Sometimes we need a change. It's like moving furniture around. Find your center, kind of come back here. And then right knee brings, or comes back through center, step it back, crescent lunge. Arms to the sky, Vinyasa. Take your time. Downward dog. Good. Okay, let's go through one more and then we'll start to come down and like chill. All right. Left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow. Up and back. Left knee, right elbow. Up and back. Step it through, find your lunge. Arms to the sky. Take a breath here. Open up warrior two. Arms wide. Good, left leg straightens out, left toes turn in. Bum back, right knee is bent, arms long. Hold it here. Now from here, we're gonna give ourselves little pulses side to side. So maybe hands come to heart center. We're gonna start to work over to the left leg, bend into the left knee, and then work over to the right. We do this in bums and tums a lot. Back and forth. Inner thighs working, glutes working. Let's go for 4. Keep that heart open. 3, 2. Wide-legged forward fold. Straighten those legs, reach the arms forward, let that head melt. Shake it out. Hang out here. Sitting bones lifting, heart melting. Beautiful. Okay, now from here, we're gonna turn towards the right. So you're gonna frame that right foot and come into a pigeon pose. So left heel lifts, right foot pops off of the mat, right knee works towards right wrist, right foot stays flexed, drop the pelvis down. We're in our pigeon. Let's hang out here for a few breaths. So just make sure that that back leg is nice and long, coming from the hip, right? It's extending from that left hip. You can be a nice proud pigeon, or you can come all the way down. You can always prop a pillow or a block underneath that right bum cheek. Take some nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. Okay, bring your hands back. If you started to work your way down, just kind of make it a little more proud just for a second. Heart is open. We plant those palms, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, step it back, downward dog. Walk it out a little bit. Okay, right leg lifts, right knee, right elbow. Up and back, right knee, left elbow. Up and back, step it through, find your lunge, arms to the sky, big inhale. Open up warrior 2. Straighten the right leg, turn the right toes in, bum back, left knee bends, hands to heart. Again, side to side, just working through those one-legged lunges. Or I don't really know what these are called. Some people call them skater lunges. I don't know. Good for your bum, good for your inner thigh zone. Good, a few more. And then again, wide-legged forward fold. Enjoy it. Maybe you want to take a different variation here. So go for it. You can grab your ankles, you can grab your big toes, you can take your hands behind your back and get into your shoulders. Just make sure those toes are slightly turned in, right? Always. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then let's turn towards the left leg, pigeon on this side, right? So take your time, work towards it. It's so funny. So I have a really wonky left knee. I've like heard it when I was a dancer. I don't even know how I heard it, but the more bums and tums I'm doing, the more booty stuff I'm doing, my knee is like healing. It's so crazy. Like, it's only now that I'm starting to feel that, like I can never usually do a pigeon on this side without feeling like major pulling. So this is great. So, right, we strengthen our glutes, great things happen. Take it down if you'd like. Just make sure that left foot is flexed. And always, like if pigeon is not for you, skip it, right? Do what you need to do. Amazing. Okay, now from here, we're gonna work our way down. So you're gonna prop yourself up, you're gonna lean onto your left bum cheek, and you're gonna swoop this right leg all the way around, and we're gonna go Baddha Konasana. So you maybe shaky those legs if you need to. Feet together, knees wide. You can scoop the bum back so the diamond is a little bit wider, Again, you can always take it past, more active and bring the heels close. Arm swoop, head melts. Let everything go. We're gonna start to just kind of like down regulate and pacify a bit. So enjoy this. Let your lower back open up a little bit, right? We don't want to like force ourselves into the pose. So really make sure that if you are doing the passive version, let that diamond be big. Like even more if you want to. Like even further away if it feels good. Amazing. Okay, now start to work your way up and extend those legs nice and long. I'm just gonna face you. So legs nice and long, toes to the sky. And we're just gonna go a little stretchy side to side, like we're in jazz class in 1999. So we're gonna work our way over to one side and over to the other side. Just make sure those toes are pointing up. Try to keep the sitting bones connected to the earth. If you need a block, grab a block. Obviously, if your hand doesn't reach your toes, that's okay. Just make sure you're not closing off, right? We don't want to close the shoulder off. Keep everything open. Even if you need to take your hand like behind your leg and go hand behind the head, right? Just like we do if that one leg was bent. Just as long as you're doing this without curling in. It still feels good into the lower back. Okay, and then let's take that variation, that's my fave. One foot comes in, let's go right knee bends, right foot goes to the inner left thigh. Arms up, reach up and over. Right hand behind the head, elbow to the sky. Drop the right sitting bones down. Sitting bone, there's only one of them. And then let's reverse it. So right hand comes behind that right bum cheek. You're gonna like lean on this right shin, push the pelvis forward, swoop that left arm up and over. Might need to wiggle that left foot a little bit. Squeeze those glutes into back bend. And drop everything back down. One more time over. Rooting down through the sitting bone. And then just lift up and go to the other side. So right leg long, left foot to the inside of that right thigh. Arms up. And we reach. Again, heart stays open, shoulder stays open. Get into it to the point that you feel the stretch into the lower back. That's what we're going for. And then reverse, left hand behind your bum, right arm swoops up and over. Let that head melt. Ooh, squeeze the bum. And bring it all the way back down. Good, and then from there, both legs extend and you're just gonna go so the legs are straight. And we're gonna just reach up and over and give ourselves a nice little forward fold. These pants are wild. Like they're just so strange. But they're so comfy. Arms up, reach for those toes. Again, if you want to, you can grab the outer edges of the feet, you can grab your big toes, or you can just take your hands to the outside of the legs. Just making sure we are not curving up here. We're staying nice and long through the spine. And I want you to really notice like your evolution in this pose, because this pose is really kind of like, it's a major pose to show the evolution and the space that you're creating in your hamstrings. So maybe once upon a time you could not even touch your toes, and now you're like, oh my God, this is actually quite simple and easy. Like notice these things. Notice your growth in the practice. Because when those hamstrings are happy, hips are happy, lower back's happy, everything's happy. Beauty. Okay, all the way up. Soles of the feet to the mat. Scoot your bum forward. And we're just gonna roll onto our back super slowly, Pilates style. Okay, so arms reaching forward, vertebrae by vertebrae. You're gonna start to work your way down. And then you're like, oh no, I forgot something, gotta go back up. I forgot that. Okay, bringing it back down. Core is nice and strong. Oh no, I forgot something. Shake, go back. And then back down, nice and strong through the core. Oh no, one last thing I forgot. Grab it. And then work your way all the way down. Core super strong the whole time. Pull that belly in. Magnificent. Lay on your back, rock side to side, hug those knees in. And then just extend the legs to the sky. Wiggle into your ankles and your toes. Hands reach up over the chest, wiggle into the fingers and the wrists. And then let's go happy baby. You can modify if you'd like. Tailbone drops, shoulders drop. Maybe one leg extends because those hammies are so warm. Other leg extends, maybe both, and you're really showing the world what you are made of. Gorgeous. Bring the legs back up towards the sky from wherever you're at, and then hug the right knee and let the left leg fall to the earth. Shoulders are down. And then just start to glide this right leg side to side and take it into a supine when you're ready. So right knee works across the body to the left, right arm reaches all the way over to the right. Good. All the way back through center. Let's go thread the needle. So left foot down, right ankle on top of that left knee, right knee working away from the body. Hug the left leg nice and close. Any variation, you can always grab your shin, you can grab your thigh, you can go no hands. You can even extend that left leg nice and long. Beautiful. And then just bring your left foot down, right foot down. Let's go like a cheeky bridge in between. So feet down, palms down, squeeze the glutes, push the pelvis to the sky. You can tuck the shoulders under and interlace the fingers underneath the bum if you'd like. Just make sure those knees aren't opening up. And then drop it down. And then right leg goes long, left knee hugs in, and we go to the other side. So just letting that left leg glide over to the left, over to the right. And take it into your supine when it feels right. Few nice deep belly breaths here. Really melting the shoulders down, coming back to your breath. Good, back through center, hug the knee in, thread the needle on this side. So right foot down, left ankle on top of that right knee, left knee working away from the body. Float the right leg up, your variation. Just try to find that nice juicy stretch in the outer left hip. Amazing. Right foot down, left foot down. And then just let the arms go out nice and wide like a big T shape and just give yourself a few juicy twists side to side, over to the right, over to the left. You can look in the opposite direction. Amazing. Okay, I'm giving you freedom. Maybe you want to play with wheel. We didn't get too back bendy, so maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe you want to stay in a nice kind of like Baddha Konasana and give yourself a few breaths. Perhaps a nice little plow pose, your legs float up and over. Give yourself like a minute to do something that your body wants, and then start to work your way down.
Nice. So if you're going into your shoulder stand, squeeze your glutes. Yeah, good. And squeeze those legs together. So bring those legs nice and close together. And then think about someone pulling you literally up from your feet to the sky. Okay. Nice, squeeze. And then start to just work your way out of it nice and gently. Take up lots of space. And just enjoy your well-deserved Friday Shavasana. Try not to fidget or move once you get there. Treat your body to stillness. It's so rare for us when we're awake. We find stillness when we sleep, but when we're awake, it's rare. So just be still and notice how your body feels. And come back to the awareness of where you're at. Has the practice created a shift within you at all? Begin to visualize a beautiful, warm, healing, golden light shining around your entire body. This light, this healing energy is keeping you safe. It's keeping you healthy. It's keeping you balanced and centered. And it will repel anyone or anything that tries to mess with it. And you can even share that light, that warmth, that healing energy with other people. So maybe bring into your mind's eye someone that you'd like to send some of this healing energy too. And visualize it surrounding their body, keeping them safe, keeping them balanced and centered. Because we're so powerful, let's visualize that warm, beautiful healing energy surrounding this entire planet. healing this earth and all the forests, the jungles, all the animals, the oceans. Every single being on this planet healing and evolving and growing. And then take a really nice big deep breath in. Big breath out. And come back to yourself, that energy surrounding you, and let it seep in to every energy center in your body. Just restoring. And then take one last big juicy breath in, and maybe a big sigh just to let go of any sticky, stale energy that you're like, I don't need to bring this into my Friday or my weekend. I'm ready to let it go. Let that shit go. And then start to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Work your way onto one side. Come up to seated. This is today's energy. Right? This is our energy for the day. So let's take some Superfly energy into our day, because we can. Bring your hands to your heart. Show yourself love and gratitude for your strength, for your health, for your magic. Don't let anyone dim it. You're all beautiful. Namaste. Have the best day. Have the best weekend. I adore you. I appreciate you. You make me so happy.